Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
How are the plans for the new building developing?
Really, really well. We're almost there to the final design that's going to go to the planners, and it is looking really, really fantastic. It's a two-storey building that will have 10 teaching rooms, 2 science labs. It will also have its own study area and library for students, and I think most exciting of all for students, it's going to have its own indoor social space, which will be linked via open doors to an outdoor social space. So there'll be a discrete area for sixth form students to use, and there'll be no access into that building for lower school students.
When will construction start? When will it be finished?
Well, the final design meeting is today, and following that design meeting the plans will go to the Richmond Borough planners. Once that approval is given, hopefully within 8 weeks, we're expecting construction to start shortly afterwards. So we're thinking about July at the moment for construction to begin, and then it is expected or scheduled to complete June, July of 2014. So we can move in before the end of term and be ready for the start of our sixth form.
What subjects are being offered?
26 A-levels, which gives students a fantastic range of choice. And also for level 2 students, for those who've not met the grades for A-level study, there will be a package of level 2 vocational subjects, and that will major around ICT and business, and there'll also be the facility for students to resit maths and English and take a variety of other enrichment subjects.
What are the entry requirements?
To study A-level, students will need to have got at least 5 GCSEs between A star and C grades. It is likely also that most subjects will require at least a B at GCSE if they've studied the subject before, although there will be some A-levels where you probably won't have to have a B, and we're still finalising them at the moment. If students are not qualified to do A-level studies, then they'll need to have 5 GCSEs, but they won't need to be C or above.
Any subjects not on offer at GCSE?
Yeah, well, most of the subjects that we've got on offer, students will have had the option to have studied lower down the school, but there are a number of subjects that are going to be new to the school. Computing, economics, film studies, dance, further maths and psychology.
Which subjects are being taught at our partner schools?
Well, one of the advantages of being in an arrangement with some local partnership schools is that we can offer a really wide range of A-levels. It has been decided that textiles and music will be taught at Waldegrave, and ICT, computing and German will be taught at Orleans Park, and dance A-level is going to be available at Richmond upon Thames College.
What's the admission process for sixth form places?
It will involve an online application that will go live towards the end of June this summer, and that will be available until the 22nd of November. So students will apply up until that date. After that date, applications will be regarded as late applications. Following receipt of these applications, each student will have an interview with either myself or a member of the leadership team to discuss their choices to make sure students are making the right choices for themselves. And that will then be followed by an offer letter offering a place for September 2014.
Will everyone be guaranteed a place?
Well, there'll be a maximum of 130 places available. My feeling is that will cater for most of the demand that we have here. If there is oversubscription, if more people apply, then there will be a set criteria put in place. There's been some changes to that recently as a result of feedback we received from parents following a consultation process over this matter, and if we're oversubscribed, then students who have a sibling lower down the school will get priority access. Access after that will be down to distance from school, but I think 130 will mean that we'll be able to accommodate virtually all, if not all, of the students. I think the number will actually be bang on.
How can we find out more about the sixth form and the subjects on offer?
Right, lots of ways to do that. There's quite a bit of information on the website at the moment talking generally about the sixth form. In the next few weeks we'll also be uploading some subject information guides, so there'll be a separate page for each subject, and that will give an outline of the course and will include the course specification. In terms of more general information for the sixth form, I think one of the big events coming up will be the open evening on the Tuesday 2nd of July, where we'll be doing a full presentation about the sixth form will look like, and there'll be an opportunity for students and for parents to meet subject staff and talk through course choices. We're also currently working on the prospectus, the sixth form prospectus that will be available before the open evening. And I will also be coming into PHSE lessons in the middle of June to speak to each group to talk through generally information about the sixth form and the range of choices that students have when looking forward post Year 11.
What about extracurricular activities?
There'll be loads of things for students to do at Teddington. There'll be a number of sports teams and sporting related activities. There'll be opportunities in drama or music and the arts. There'll be the Duke of Edinburgh award that people can progress further through. There'll be trips and visits, both run by the sixth form or through departments. There'll be competitions. There will be opportunities for students to get involved in community service and add something back to both the school and the local community.
Are students going to be involved in the development of the sixth form?
Yes, they already have been, and they will continue to be so. Last term, a number of students were involved in the design of the building and came with me on a trip to meet the architects in London. Going forward this term, I'm going to be having a regular meeting with the group of Year 10 students that I've identified, and that will start next week, and we'll have hopefully weekly meetings.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.